Welcome to the Vitor Hill Show. I come live every single day. So click the bell to be notified when I come live. Today is Spirituality and Conscious Wednesday. Now, we don't talk spirituality and consciousness every day, but it's a variety show. On Mondays, there's a podcast-style interview with friends. As a matter of fact, this Monday, my mother's going to be on. It's going to be a riot. Tuesday is Hot Topics. Wednesday, of course, like I said, is Spirituality and Consciousness. Thursday and Friday is Hot Topics. Saturday, Spirituality and Consciousness again. I feel like I'm saying that a lot. Spirituality and conscious, spirituality and conscious. And then Sunday, Hot Topics, all right? So again, today we do like a palate cleanser and just talk about things that increase or make the soul better. Because you know your soul got to be better. I don't care how great your money is. I mean, I care how great my money is. I am not as interested, let me say it like that, in money. I am not as interested in career as I am in my soul. Because the health of my soul determines the overall health of my life. Now, sometimes we can be a little bit misguided or distracted because we have success in areas of our lives. So, for example, you might be a great mother or a great father, and you put all of everything into you being great in that isolated space. But when you focus on the health of your soul, you are saying that I want everything in my life to be at an elevated space. Not just me as a parent, but me as a brother or sister, me as a son or a daughter, me as a neighbor, me as a financial manager, me as a healthy person in my physical body, me as an intelligent person in my mind. Every piece of our life has the ability to increase when our soul is healthy, okay? So that's why we do Spirituality and Consciousness Wednesday, all right? Now, today we're talking about breaking the glass ceiling, and there's a specific reason why I want to talk about that today, because what I'm looking for, and if you're like me, you're looking for the same, is a kind of growth that is exponentially different than the growths we experienced before. If I can dumb this down to an elementary stage, let's just say every year you grow by 2 levels or 2 spaces, just exclusively or exhaustively rather. 2 spaces in your life. Every year you go up 2 notches. We're going to call it notches, all right? But this year, I want to do 6 notches. I want to grow beyond my normal speed of growth, my normal rate of growth. I want to grow so far out of myself that when I look at me this time next year, I'm like, who the hell is that? That don't even look like me. That don't even sound like me. I don't even dress like that. That's the kind of growth I'm talking about today. So we want to break the glass ceiling. And I really like, let me put up this background real quick, the idea of the glass ceiling, because it's like I can see on the other side, but it's just this fragile piece of material that's keeping me from the life that I see. And this year, 2023 that is, we're shattering the glass. And we're going to get to the other side. We're going to get to the thing that we see. Now, there are 3 ways, 3 things we need to do, 3 things we need to pay attention to as we're on this journey of chipping away at the glass, all right? Number 1, we need to be more practical. Uh-oh. Now, I wish I could tell you that I was going to say, you need to meditate 3 times a day, give to the poor, get a pastor, join a local church, and all that blase. Now, be more practical. There are a lot of us that do well when it comes to sort of the spiritual part of soul evolution and growth. Like, we can meditate, we dot I's, cross T's, we put great energy in the universe, we're following the moon phases, we're contacting our astrologer or our prophet or our seer or whatever you want to call this person. But we don't do that well in the practical part. So for example, let's just say one of your glass shattering goals is to grow your business. And so you have to ask yourself, what can I practically do to grow my business in a way that I have not seen growth since my business has been open? Maybe it's retrain. Maybe it's find a mentor. Maybe it is read more books, take more time instead of working the business, studying up and gaining more knowledge of the business. See, growth is not abracadabra. I know there's a part of growth, there's a part of success that luck is involved. And when I say luck, I mean from the term of it's just the right timing, like the right practice and the right preparation just met the right time and bam. And that right time area is sort of the magical area of success and growth. But everything else from practice and preparation is not magical, it's practical. So it's basically you do your part and allow luck, in context of what we're saying, to do its part. As a matter of fact, you don't have to worry about the magical part if you focus on the practical part. Because by virtue of focusing on the practical part, it aligns heart, mind, body, soul, and spirit to turn into actions. Because once you start in practicality, to be persistent in practicality, you have to operate in spirituality. You have to bring your energies in and manage your emotions and align your thoughts so that you can continue to be actionable towards your goals. And all of those things I named is a spiritual work. So by virtue of you focusing on practicality, you slip inadvertently into spirituality. So be more practical. Now, when I give you what step number 2 is, you're going to be like, you have lost your mind. But before I go to step number 2, you know, if those of you guys have been following the show long enough know I don't be up here long because I have to go to a client on Wednesdays. Number 2, are y'all ready? No, now again, I ain't lost my mind. But before I give them 2, like, share, subscribe, and comment. I want to tell you about my email community. There's a link in the video description box of Facebook and YouTube. If you click that link and put your name and email address in the box, you'll be able to join my free exclusive email community where I send emails 3 times a week discussing stuff like this. It's not hot topic. It's not any of that stuff. It's not like my podcast. It's 100% positive. Tomorrow's email, I already enjoy. I mean, of course I wrote it. But what I'm saying is I'm excited and I ate off of tomorrow's email already. And it's talking about being your unique self and honoring yourself and embracing yourself because you are not a mistake and we need you to show up as you are, all right? So click the link in the video description box of Facebook and YouTube. Put your name and email address. You'll get 2 emails, one confirming you meant to sign up and the other from me welcoming you to the community. That's again, the link is in the video description box, all right? Number 2, now remember I was saying be more practical because by being more practical, you would inadvertently slip into spirituality. Here's number 2, be more spiritual. Now, the spirituality I'm not talking about is not necessarily these kind of religious acts like prayer, meditation, fasting, giving, because sometimes we do those things as bargaining chips to God or whatever your source is. So you can sort of lean on your source and say, look, I'm being a good person. I'm giving. I'm being positive. See, I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Look at me. Look at me. That is a low-level spirituality, if it's spirituality at all. We do not use spiritual tools as a bargaining chip or we don't use spirituality as a bargaining chip with God. Spirituality is not for bargaining. Spirituality is for creating. Again, spirituality is not for bargaining with God what you want. Spirituality is creating what you want. So we're being more practical on one end, but on the other end, we're being more spiritual. Now, what do I mean by more spiritual? This is something I'm practicing currently right now. Being more keen to hear from your personal source. So that when you're in the bookstore and you're going through books, something strongly pierces your heart to get that book. And then when you open up that book, you run into the information you needed to market that thing you were trying to market. See, we don't use our spirituality like we should. We confine our spirituality to our religion. When spiritual people have the upper hand to create what we want, we could practice a meditation every day, focusing on drawing to us to the right people we need, to the right information we need, to the right company, to the right network, to the right webinar. Use your spirituality while you're being practical, right? On the front end, you should be using your spirituality on the back end. Your spirituality was not specifically for a Sunday at 11 a.m. where you be like, who, and dancing and all that. Or if I'm from the Pentecostal church. So when I think Sunday at church, I think dancing, hooping and hollering and jerking and caring. No. Your spirituality was not supposed to be confined to, Lord, give me this day my daily bread. Give me the grace to handle things I don't do. You are create. I mean, if you want to be like God, in the Christian Bible, the very beginning of that Bible says, in the beginning, God did what? He created. So use all of what you've learned to create the space that you need to be in to break the ceiling, all right? All right, we're going to number 3, but before we go, like, share, subscribe, and comment if you have found value in today's show. And I really appreciate if you do that. Now, I'm going to go over point number 3, but I want to also tell you that this kind of show, I put in emails. So join my free exclusive email community by clicking the link in the video description box of Facebook and YouTube. And you'll get emails 3 times a week just like this. Tomorrow's email is talking about embracing your unique self. And Tuesday's email is very intimate and, about love and opening your heart to love. And I believe that tomorrow's email is just as intimate. So the link to join my free exclusive email community is in the video description box of Facebook and YouTube. Join it is absolutely free, okay? Number 3. Number 1 was become more practical. Number 2 was become more spiritual. Number 3, become more true to yourself. There is an expression, there is a word, there is a tone, there is a color, there is a style that only you have. And when you slip into that uniqueness of yourself, you're going to give off a sound, a color, an expression that will be so loud, it will get everyone's attention. Okay, fine, you've studied all about the sales and marketing and you dotted every I and crossed every T for sales and marketing. But the one piece of information that you forgot to put in your plan is you, your uniqueness, your story, your way of thinking. You have been putting on the back burner the key to your success. That's you. Your unique self, not the self that you've turned into because of hurt, pain, disappointment, not the self that you've turned into because of social constructs. I'm talking about having a conversation with your source and saying, I want to return to the me that was originally created before the ... Some of you should dress more stylish. But you were picked on as a child when you would wear unique colors and mismatched colors like you do. So you conform to how everybody else do it. It's time to go back to that you now. Because all of that, from the practical part of really setting goals and thinking, how can I get to Z if I'm at F? Practically. And then the behind the scenes spiritual part, as you're creating with your words and your thoughts and your energies at the same space, at the same time, in that same corner of your room, creating behind the scenes. And then accepting the fact that you got to take a journey back to the you that was pure and honorable and unique. Back to the unicorn you, the you that you were embarrassed to tell people about. The you before you believed that you were ugly. I'm talking about way back. The you before you believed that you were not as good as everybody else. Because remember, I started this show talking about being healthy in the soul, and when you're healthy in your soul, you have more of an opportunity to experience an exhaustive growth. And when you talk about breaking the glass ceiling, you're talking about exhaustive growth. And you cannot do that with a false image of self, or you will not be able to do it easily with a false image of self. So now it's time for the return back to the future you. And that's a whole nother thing. All right. Again, I can't be, some have already been 20 minutes. I can't be on here long today because I got to go to a client. But if you have found value in today's show, do me a favor and like, share, subscribe, and comment, all right? Also, as I've stated, join my email community by clicking the link in the video description box of Facebook and YouTube. All you do is put your name and email address after you click the link. You're going to get 2 confirming emails, one making sure you truly signed up, and the other from me welcoming you to the email community. So make sure you check your spam, all right? It's very important. I got a very good email coming out to you tomorrow. As well, if you want a free consultation with me, you want to continue this conversation, but on a one-on-one personal level, also in the video description box is this information. You can email me at info@vterrellhill.com, put in the subject line free consultation. And when you do that, I'll send you a link. You set the appointment, and for 30 minutes, we have a video conference call. And we talk about how you personally, in your personal life, very specific to you, can break the glass ceiling. You're going to break it in 2023, all right? We are going to break it in 2023. There are some practical things, I wish I had my paper, that I've set in place to do it. Today, I spent about an hour and a half creating a spiritual plan. So I created the practical plan yesterday. Let me tell y'all how I did it. Because let me tell you this. I won't come up here and tell you this if I have not done it for myself. And I won't email you if I haven't done it for myself. Last week, I spent about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours creating the practical plan. Today, I spent about an hour and a half creating the spiritual plan. And where I got number 3 about being more true to yourself is because specifically there's a specific side of me that I don't show often, specifically in how I dress and how I look. And I have committed to dressing more like my unique self. And so that's me sharing with you that I've already done this and am doing it. And you got to do it too. And if you commit to it, I promise you, you're going to break the glass ceiling in 2023. And if you want to talk to me more personally about it, if you have any questions and you have never had a consultation with me before, jump on this opportunity. Email me at info@vterrellhill.com and put in the subject line free consultation. And when you do that, I'll send you the link. You'll set that appointment. I'm telling you right now. Oh, your life is changing, baby. All right. Okay. Now, click the bell to be notified when I come live, because I come live every single day. Every Monday is Podcast Style Interview with Friends. Tuesdays, Hot Topics. We cut up really bad on Tuesdays and Mondays. Wednesday, we do a palate cleanse with spirituality and consciousness. Thursday and Friday is Hot Topics. Saturday is spirituality and consciousness. And Sundays is Hot Topics again. So we're going back up tomorrow, and we're going to swing for the rafters like we do every day. So click the bell to be notified when I come live, because I'm either coming live between 5 and 5:30 or exactly at 10:30, all right? Until tomorrow's, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, because we are all inclusive over here, be blessed. Bye.